Hey guys, it's Linkachu, and I'm here with a special guest discussing a certain topic. But before we talk about what the topic is, introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I am DAGG.
So basically,
The one and only.
yeah, the one and only day.
Yeah.
So basically, we are two different sides of the same coin. We both agree that this game is great. Before I leave you hanging, we're talking about Link's Awakening. So. We're two people that had very different reactions to this. Roll the clips. Oh my god! Yes! It looks so cool!
Oh!
As you can see, I was very excited, and DAGG was maybe not so excited.
The graphics on the game. What on earth? Okay, so we have very good games that have great art style but also look childish. For example, we have Four Swords or A Link to the Past, or maybe even the original Link's Awakening, but this just looks off. This looks childish. This looks like for a toddler.
And
yeah,
I can see where you're coming from. It's very chibi, I guess. Like, Link has eyes that look like Ness and Lucas's eyes, which is very interesting because we've never seen a Zelda character look this way. There's many reasons that it possibly could look this way, and I'll state my reasons as we go on. But basically, either way, I'm excited for this game, and I believe DAGG is as well. Just one of us is excited for the graphics, one of us is not. Because Link's Awakening is truly a great game and has an incredible story. But it's a possibility that I can even see that the graphics could hold it back as a game. So, DAGG, you can start first with one of your points. Give me a reason why you believe this.
okay.
Or you feel this way.
So as I already mentioned about the graphics, I also want to talk about another subject, that being the music. The music sounds way too childish, again with this childish stuff, when it should be epic. We have games like A Link Between Worlds, which is also childish, also a remake, but it has some great epic music.
Yeah, sorry, it was also my mistake. I made it seem like we're just talking about graphics in this video. One of us finds the game more childish, one of us does not. I definitely see where you're coming from, but I think if you listen to the track at the very end of the trailer, Marin's, like her singing, that was more than definitely not childish, and it still retains and even more of what it originally was, is more of an epic theme. So
I have to agree with you in that one. That gave me some goosebumps, to be honest.
Yeah. Like, Link's Awakening holds great story, and as you could see, the opening to the game was very intense. So I'm curious if the game will balance between the anime cutscenes and the gameplay style look, the graphical, like, chibi style. A lot, like, I personally believe that could also be a part of the gameplay, is why it looks that way, and we read somewhere that Eiji Aonuma is making the game that way because he was having a child at the time. Or something like that. I don't remember where I got my source from, so that information could be incorrect, so don't hold us to that one.
Okay. Also, the enemies. There are some enemies that look even better than the original. I'll give you that point. For example, the Dark Knight.
Exactly.
He looks very cool. Okay. That's something I'm very happy for. But there are some other enemies, like for example, there's one wizard one that looks dumb and foolish.
I can agree with you on that point, but from my perspective, this is how I see it. I see that they're trying to bring Boy what their envision for the Game Boy game was, and they're trying to bring it to life. Just that exact look from the Game Boy. So that's why he has those beady eyes, because in the Game Boys, his eyes were just 2 dots, 2 pixels. So they're trying to bring that to life. And that's how I see it. That could not also be the reasoning. So that's why a lot of sprites look very small, because on the Game Boy they were very small, maybe probably the size of like they look shrunk, like very like midget, like they had like very dinky legs, like just small legs.
Like minish.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like if you like squeeze something from top to bottom and like shrunk it down in size, try to like condense it. So I that could be a reasoning for it. But some things look really good, like the Chain Chomps and Goombas look like they're exactly straight out of Mario. And another thing I read was, or reason could be that like it's because they're going with more of a Mario style of like look than a Zelda style, which I could kind of see. Or,
yes,
or a combination. But yeah.
Yeah, I can also see that. But now this brings me another question. Why not use the Link Between Worlds style? The one that has been used in, well, A Link Between Worlds and also Triforce Heroes. I mean, that one looked, well, not as the main title games. It's not as big as the Ocarina of Time model, but it's still something that represents Link as a man and as an adventurer. Yeah.
Well, see, this might be, I don't want to call shots too early, but this sounds a lot similar to the Wind Waker case, when people felt that Wind Waker wasn't going to be a good game due to how it looks and the shell shading, and it was like this childish Link was going to take away from the adventurous Link, and Wind Waker is one of the most epic Zelda games there is to this day. But
yeah,
who knows? That it could be the case that is exactly what is happening. Like Link's Awakening Remastered is going to be so good, or it's going to be a complete flop as a Zelda game.
One or the other.
But yeah, exactly. Or it could be in between. It's going to be like one that some people love, some people hate. Honestly though, like the style, I believe it comes from how the Game Boy game looked. I'll put a picture of the map from the DX version up on the screen here, and well, pictures will be coming, but this one, like, you can see how colorful the map is. It is very bright and vibrant things are more associated with childish things and all that. So it could be that the world looks the way it does because it's trying to represent the Game Boy games more. So it's super vibrant. It's trying to stay close to bring a lot of Zelda fans, because a lot of people who experience Zelda for the first time was through Link's Awakening, and because that Game Boy was a pretty top seller.
It's actually my favorite 2D Zelda game. Here's a question for you, Link. After hearing the rumors of a Skyward Sword HD and now getting this game, how do you feel?
I'm actually happier about this. I'm a Zelda fan either way, so Zelda news is great news for me. But I think I would prefer this over, actually, due to the fact that Skyward Sword isn't that old. It is only the 33rd anniversary of Zelda, and Skyward Sword was released on its 25th. Quit trying to make me feel super old by remaking that game already. Holy moly. I think it'd be cool to be remade later on in the Switch's life, how Twilight Princess was made. It was made towards the end of the Wii U's life. And that by then was over, I think, a 10-year-old game. 2016. Yeah, probably 10 years old by the time the remake came out. And though it's almost been 10 years, it's 8, I think. I think it might be too early, just a little bit too early. But this is better, because I've never had the true experience with Link's Awakening, but this will give me a better reason to try the original and then try this. What is something that every Zelda game needs to have?
Okay, something that every Zelda game needs to have. More other than the story or the elements, well, it needs to look good. Like, that's obvious. It needs to look good.
Like, as in like a world that you want to explore, that looks interesting, right?
Exactly. It needs to look full of adventure. You know, enemies at every corner. Something that you're not expecting. And also, the music must be epic, and the dungeons must be creative.
Okay.
So, Link's Awakening does have that. Link's Awakening, well, some aspects.
Yeah.
For example, the dungeon designs are amazing.
Yeah,
there.
oh my god, Link's
No,
Awakening has probably some of the best 2D Zelda dungeon design ever.
Ever, yeah. The music. Okay, here is a 50-50.
Okay, but we haven't heard all of the tracks, so...
Exactly.
So, we don't know entirely. Like, I'm really excited to hear Telltale Heights, because that's one of the best Zelda songs of all time.
Definitely, yeah.
I'll probably have that as the background song for this video, because it's a damn good song.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I say, it's like a 50-50 because we heard two songs in the trailer, one being
super childish and one being very intense.
Exactly.
Correct? Yeah. So yeah, I along with you stand at a 50-50 for most points, but either way, I'm willing to look past the graphics and like really enjoy the game for what it is. And I assume when it comes out, you will as well.
Yeah, I will try. I mean, I will buy day one anyway, so...
So, another thing is, I believe that... Or sorry, never mind, it's your go. I asked you the question. Sorry.
Okay, so this is not really a question. This is more of a point of view that I've seen many people actually take online, and it is the fact that it looks like a mobile game. So, maybe this just came up to my mind. I remember that 2 years ago there were some news of a Zelda game planned for smartphones.
So are you saying that you think like it might have a connection with the smartphone Zelda game, and that's why it has to look so not as good?
What I'm thinking is that this may have been the original idea for the smartphone game, and
then it just moved on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think whatever they're making that's the mainstream big new Zelda will take a long time. Maybe I'm scared as long as Breath of the Wild. And so this is kind of one of those things that'll be to hold us off until it does come out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because in 2017 we had Breath of the Wild, then Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, and this year, well, Link's Awakening.
We always get one thing Zelda related. Per year.
Well,
I think. Yeah. And then now another one of my reasons is that Link's Awakening is a game that is led to believe, at the very end, leads you to believe that it was all a dream. So, I believe that why the opening cutscene looks so much more different than the actual gameplay. Like, Link in gameplay form does not look like an anime character in the slightest. Like, he doesn't even look slightly what he looked like in the cutscene. I believe that's actually because what Link is seeing, or the gameplay, is actually a dream.
Oh.
As if Link woke up on Konoha Island, or he woke up on air quotes, and that's what he imagines like a dream world being. And that's why like a lot of those things in Link's Awakening is very crazy and just more obscure than a regular Zelda game. But it also reminds him of a real Zelda world. That's how he may even see the world, possibly, like in his dreams. So that is a possibility, but it's a very far shot.
It may be.
But yeah, I don't entirely know.
Okay. So what now?
Is that all your points?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll do a closing here. But yeah, I think.
Do you have any points? Wait.
I have like one point, but it's a way to close the video.
Okay.
And also, this is actually one more point, kind of, I guess. I feel like this kind of continues on with my last point, that the world is made to look like toys for the story's sake. Maybe it could be a little bit of a twist of the original Link's Awakening or something, because that is a very different game, and it's 26 years old. So maybe that's something that they would want to do for it, but who knows. But either way, I like the idea of the game, and I like the way how it looks. Or I like Link's Awakening, and I like the idea of how it looks and whatever they're doing. I think it's interesting, definitely interesting of how they made it look. but I would never want to see this in another Zelda game. I would not really be okay with it being in another Zelda game.
Okay, and I have to respect that opinion, and I don't want to see these graphics on any Zelda game, but here we are, and let's hope for the best.
But yeah, with that being closed, I hope we can both agree that we're happy that we're getting a Zelda game.
Yes.
And whether we like the graphics or not, we're both excited nonetheless. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to put some input or even further help or support our points of talking about this, be sure to do so in the comments.
Down below.
And be sure to go check out DAGG's channel for all his awesome content. You name it, he's got it.
Hey.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
All right.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
All right.
Peace.
And just remember, one last thing. Just remember, Link here. This is actually not a Zelda game. This is revealing that Mother 3 is coming to the Western PK/. Bye.